I mean,
And it makes you question sometimes if you should just keep your old devices until that device improves that one's at the next. It's like we got the 12 right now. All of us right here have the 12. The battery is very limited. On paper, it seems great, but once you use it, it's not as great as you possibly thought. Maybe we should have waited for the iPhone 13. Maybe it's going to be the same thing as the 12, but hell of a better battery. You know what I mean? But we already have the 12. It's not like we have the money to go buy another 13 or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of those situations where you kind of regret getting the latest and greatest because the next greatest and latest is going to be better than what you have already.
yeah, I mean,
Well,
it depends
I think it
too.
depends because you came off an iPhone 11 to a 12. That's as Jason was saying, that's not that big of an upgrade.
No.
But I came from an 8 plus, to the 12, so
Yeah, for
it
you,
was
it's
an
a big
upgrade.
upgrade right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was an
Yeah.
upgrade. So that's what I'm saying. It kind of depends on
Where you're at.
where you're
but
at.
also too, right? It's also this whole thing about battery. I think it was Greg's Gadgets, the Greg McFadden's or whatever his name is.
From
Um,
MacBook Explain?
no, not him. The guy from Greg's Gadgets. Um,
Okay, okay.
and also Marcus Brownlee both talked about this, and they said, on paper, because he was talking about the MacBooks, right? Oh, this comes with 18 hours of battery life. But when you're actually out and about, if you're rendering code, you're rendering video, you're editing art pieces, you're really pushing it to its max, yeah, your battery's gonna be, you know, your battery's gonna go. Now it also depends on the iPhone. What are you doing? A lot of people leave it unlocked all day.
Nope.
And then they have lots of apps open. And then they have music playing or they're watching video or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, I'm at 20%. How the hell did I get there? Well, because you're using that all day, right? Now, my phone, I think at the end of the day, I'm on it all day. But even then, I think
Well,
I
I mean,
end it with 50%.
I did
So I
like a
think it
real
depends
life
on how you use it.
test from like 100% to zero, and it lasted me 13 hours. That's
Yeah.
I feel like that's decent battery life because I used it all day
Yeah.
with normal use, and I'm like, that's nothing to complain about. I mean, could it be better? Sure, but it's good enough.
The thing with mine, and I'm seeing maybe I got a faulty battery because I just got my phone not too long ago, and my battery health it's already at 80% or so. I mean 89% actually. That's where it is right now, 89%, and I just got it 6 months ago. My 11, also in 6 months, it was still at 99% battery health.
What are you doing?
So
It's at
Well,
89.
I'm telling you, I think it was a defective battery because
like I've been doing the same thing.
mine's still at 99%, and we
Let
got
me
ours
check
around the same
mine.
time. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it is your battery because I mean I haven't had any issues with my
Yeah,
phone.
because I've been doing a bunch of shit. And before I got on, it was at like 70. And that was after like, let's see, I woke up at like 8:30. So 6 hours of use, right? So, but now it's at 100 because I have the MagSafe charger. So I think you did get a faulty battery because, like you said, I mean, for it to be at 89 right now, it also could depend, Jesus, what app you're using. Because what I figured out too is there's a lot of fucking apps like Ira, like even Chrome sometimes takes up my battery. They will use a fuckload of battery. You don't even have to be using it. It could just be open and it's just using so much. I would look at what apps you have open and which one is taking up the most space, man. Because you know what I
Well,
mean?
it's not even how much. I mean, yes, it is, but at the same time, what I'm worried about is the fact that my battery health, not the percentage, but my battery health is
Mm.
at 89%. Even though I've only had the phone for 6 months, it's like I shouldn't be at 89%, and I've been doing the same thing on this phone that I did in my 11. So I'm doing the same process. It's just it's not going as well as it did with
It
my
might, yeah,
11.
it might be a faulty battery. It might, it might.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
on
because as I
your
said,
yeah,
I normally get 13 hours. Of course I recharge it, before it even hits 20%. So, but normal use from 100 to zero, it lasted me 13 hours of
yeah.
normal use.
Mine lasted 5 to 6 hours around there, normal
What?
use.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
mine
saying.
can go a
It's
good
their
10.
battery.
And that's just me using it regularly, like YouTube and stuff like that, music and stuff like that. And my 11 used to last me way longer than that. And the same thing, video
That's
content,
weird. That's
music, and
very
stuff like
weird.
that.
That is
Well, I
very
mean,
weird.
you can't compare the 11 to the 12 though, because the 11 does have a bigger battery.
Yeah,
So it's
Well, no,
not
the
like the
12 has
same
the bigger
thing.
battery.
No, the 11 has
the
a bigger
11
one.
does. But that's the thing, though. It's Apple on paper said that it could be compared
See, I
to the
thought,
11.
okay, no, you're right because it's just a 12. I'm thinking of the 12 Pro because I have the Pro and that
Yeah, the
shit.
Pro does.
Yeah. Now, on your point about the latest and greatest, right? Because I think it's your battery. Um, the reason I got the 12 Pro was its raw features in the photos. That's why
Right.
I got
Because
it.
you're a journalist, you need it.
Right. And I take photos and I take videos and I edit on and I switch up to it, right? That's what I got it for was the upgrade. And there's a reasonable upgrade there too, which is the magnetic charging. The reason I like the magnetic charging, I'm going to show the viewers, is so this is the MagSafe. And guys, it's like a little circle. It's like a ring. And here's the back. And then you just attach it and it attaches to the middle. Heard that? Here, I want to try something. Yeah. But it attaches to the middle, right? To where the magnets are, because other chargers like the Belkin, you have to carefully place it and do not move it because it won't charge. That's another reason why I got it was I wanted the magnetic ring. And right. So a lot of people who don't know technology will be like, oh, wow, I can attach a charger and it'll stick to it. Great. Another reason I got it was the U1 chip. Where I could take it up to the HomePod and it'll transfer my music, it'll transfer my calls. I could transfer this call if I wanted to, if this was on the phone. And my music. And number two, with the AirTags. Precision finding, right? It'll literally tell you your keys are right next to you, you dumbass.
What do you think of the magnetic charger only being limited at 15 watts, though?
Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing at all. Now the MagSafe Duo has a fuckload more watts. I think that Apple shortchanged us, but I'll be perfectly honest with you, Jesus. Even with my I was about to say AirPod Pro, my iPhone 12 Pro, it charges extremely fast, even just at 15 watts. At first, I was like, oh my God, why would Apple only give us 15 watts? But now that I'm using it, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't notice it. It smells like popcorn. But I don't notice it. It's so fast when it charges. And I'm not saying it to brag about Apple. I think they could do a lot of shit better. Right? But no, I think it might only be at 15 watts, but it does its job. I literally can charge the AirPods Pro with it, well, because it comes with a wireless charging case. But literally, I have no complaints at all.